capitalizing on your time.
Yeah.
Right. And whether that is in how you network, who you network, where you feel that your time is going to be valued and the way that you can capitalize on that. And that's the same way. I mean, marketing is a black hole. And that's most of what we do is really help them. What are the 3 things you need to do? What are the 5 things? We're not teaching people. And I think this is a very important distinction. We're not teaching entrepreneurs to be marketing people.
Right.
That's not the education that we're doing. We're helping them with very specific needs, templates, resources, or these are the things. I am not a marketing person. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm selling my jewelry or my skincare line or whatever. What are the 3 things I need to do for marketing? And her Brand & Co. is what tells them what to do. And also here are the templates. I want to talk about some of the unique things that we're doing, like office hours and things like that, because it's more than just the platform piece, which was what attracted me to HBC in the first place.
A sincere thank you to Wellstar North Fulton Medical Center for its sponsorship and for fostering a healthy community where businesses can thrive. We'd also like to thank WYR Detail for its quarterly sponsorship. Listeners can use code BREWSHINE to receive $25 off a full vehicle detail or receive a free interior refresh with any exterior service.
Welcome back to Brew Talks. I'm Steve Stroud, President and CEO of Roswell, Inc. We're the economic development organization here in the city of Roswell.
And I'm Ashley Allen, VP of Operations and Economic Development. We have 2 great guests with us today. One who's been on before and is very well known. She's one of our new board members. We've got Lisa Tilt here, and we also have Jess with Full Tilt Consulting and their newer company, Her Brand & Co. So
Her Brand &
can't
Co.
wait to hear about what that involves.
What a fun story.
Yeah.
I know. It is a fun story.
We're excited.
We can thank the North Fulton area for the introduction.
Truly.
Nice.
Met at an event up here.
The 2 of you met.
Yes.
So
Very
tell us the
serendipitous.
story.
Yeah.
You want to hear
All
my
right.
side first?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Star girl.
Okay. So we'll jump into that part and then we'll do a history of the company. So I had been an entrepreneur for, 12 or 13 years at that point. It was my second company. And I was just feeling real fried.
As one does.
Okay.
As one does. As you know,
As an
being
entrepreneur.
20 years in business this year. Yes. And we were just talking about grandchildren. I have 2 little girls, almost 10-year-old and a 4-year-old. So just life and seasons were changing. You know, entrepreneurship looks a lot different a decade ago when I started or so to now.
Sure.
And so I had a co-founder. And her and I were really on the track to figure out what an acquisition strategy for us would look like. And we are a service-based business. We built an educational tech platform, but we didn't raise funds. We were bootstrapped, profitable from day one. So we kind of broke a lot of the rules for companies that typically get acquired. You know, we didn't have the big VC checks or the, we just didn't participate in that. We just felt that there was a more sustainable way to grow. And we grew like that for a while. So fast forward some years, we're like, okay, let's seek acquisition. We're working with a good friend and advisor to help us do that. And my dear friend, who is actually my neighbor, coincidentally, she knows about this and I'm sharing my story. And she's also just a really great leader at Goodwill, actually.
Wow.
And she's like, okay. She calls me at like 3:50 on like a Tuesday afternoon. And she's like, get dressed. You're going to go with me to this event. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. She's like, shut up, get dressed, go to this event with me. I'm like, okay, fine. So I go and we end up going to the event. And as we're getting out of the car, I'm like, all right, what are we doing here? Like, what's our plan? You know, what's our networking strategy? She's like, I don't know. I just have to be here. We're going to find you a buyer, like as a joke. She's like, we're going to find you a buyer. I'm like, girl, please get out of here. And we had already had many conversations at that point with some partners in New York. And we were pretty far down the line and with some other potential acquirers. And I just so happened to sit next to Lisa and we just hit it off. We were just talking. And now, mind you, it felt like we were at a 1980s club. No?
Yes. Yes, we yelled at each other.
We screamed at each
Oh, it
other.
was
because
very
the music
loud.
was so loud.
We were
Oh my
literally
God.
closer than this.
Yes.
Screaming at each other because the music was so loud.
Yeah. I'm like, we can appreciate what you're doing, trying to do, the mood you're trying to set.
Right.
But
It's like
But we plowed
4:30 in
through.
the afternoon.
oh wow.
Yeah, we plowed through. Oh yeah, this wasn't actually a
Yeah.
This wasn't even like
this
7
wasn't
o'clock.
drinks
No.
either.
No.
No drinks.
No.
No.
It's not.
Yes. And so, yeah, we just hit it off. And,
Yeah.
you know, I've always been pretty good at sort of feeling out opportunity and just going with the flow. And she's like, well, what are you going to do with the business? I'm like, actually, we're looking to be acquired. She's like, interesting. Let's meet for coffee. Great.
Yeah, I scooched closer.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, now let's
Tell me
really
more.
talk. Yeah.
Because I had been
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
I had acquired a company 3 years prior and successfully, and was looking again, but figuring out how I wanted Full Tilt to grow specifically. And I've been trying to figure out what she was already doing. I was trying to figure out how to build it from scratch.
Wow.
No lie, almost exactly the same thing. And then she says this, and I'm like, ooh,
Let's learn.
let's learn.
So
Let's
tell us what this
what
is.
it is.
It is, sure. So her brand and co started out funny. The original company was called So House, which is a play on my last name. And I was nursing my daughter in the backseat of my car. I'm not even joking. And
Yeah,
I
working
just
mom stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
So it works.
absolutely. I had built an agency before, so I know agency life really well. So that's another reason Lisa and I clicked. I started out in agencies ages ago, built an agency, learned a lot from that experience back in Florida where I lived. And then at that point, I was really getting the itch for entrepreneurship again. My daughter was, I felt like we were getting our lives together with being a working mom, very supportive partner and husband. And I was just getting the scratch. I was getting the itch. But at that point, I had built an agency, knew I didn't want to do that. And I had consulted for a long time too. And I was like, nah, I'm just not feeling that either. And this is in 2016. So this is right before everyone has a course about like something.
Right.
Like the educational tech boom was really like on the precipice of growing at that time. And the customers that I really love working with are early stage women entrepreneurs. Typically, these are solo founders. They're making the thing, doing the thing, selling the thing, running the thing. Also, moms and lives.
They are the thing.
They are the thing.
Yeah.
And
Truly.
the face of it. Yeah.
We see it all the time.
Yeah.
Yes. And marketing is the second reason businesses fail outside of access to capital. So
100%.
it is just critically important. And, not to overgeneralize, but, at this point, we've worked with hundreds, if not thousands of founders over the last 10 years. And the pain points are all the same. I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed. I am all about making sales and revenue, but I don't want to do it by scaring people. I don't want to leverage fear-based marketing tactics to have my business win. I built this business because I wanted freedom of time and energy and resources, but they find that their business ends up taking all of that away because they haven't really figured out how to grow it correctly. So I saw all these themes and I'm like, all right. So I just started making online courses, like 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there. And what started out as like a Dropbox platform, which is like, here's a link to get access to some free stuff,
right?
grew into building out a full educational tech platform. So her brand & co formally is the leading educational tech platform for women-owned businesses interested in marketing education.
Wow.
So we have hundreds of hours of content on there. And her brand & co's mission has always been about helping women drive economic growth through their businesses, however they want to do that. So if you want to go out and raise $50 million in VC funds, great.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. But if you just have your grandma's brownie recipe that you just want to put in some local farmers markets because you want to see it grow to something beautiful, great, do that too. And the fundamentals have really gotten lost over the last 10 years as marketing technologies grow and evolve, and it's just impossible to keep up with. And the one thing that has stayed the same over all these years are the real fundamentals. Who are your customers? How do you talk to them? Do you have product market fit? Have you proven a need? Can you sell it? Can you clearly communicate what it is that you do? All of that will still continue to be the same no matter what is happening in the marketing space. So that's what her brand & co does through our educational tech platform. And now we have a subscription, which is exciting. We can get into that later. But the long story of it is that it's really about helping women really cut through all the noise, get to the point, focus on what's really going to move the needle in the business, and don't do anything else that's going to distract you.
Which is so key, because what we see is a lot of folks with a lot of great ideas, and they execute pretty well on the idea, but they lose it in the two factors that you see. One is they're undercapitalized before they come out of the chute. And two, they have no idea how to market it, right? And marketing today, we know this. We talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
It's more than just putting your logo out there and
Yeah.
slapping it on something, right?
Mhm.
It's how do you truly go after those customers? We're constantly having this conversation, not only with female entrepreneurs, but entrepreneurs as a general is, hey, if you don't market who you are, you can't expect to just put in a new sign and a bigger sign and with bigger print, and they're going to come into
Build it and they will not come.
Yeah, because it's
Or
a
the wrong
different day,
people will
right?
come,
Correct.
or
Um,
any number of things. Yeah.
That's right. And whether it's a product, like you said, whether it's grandma's pickles and whatever, right, to creating a tutoring program, right, for high school kids, whatever that is, whatever that looks like, it's different than it was even since the pandemic, right?
100%.
Since
Oh,
2000.
gosh. Yeah.
So we're seeing that. So I think what's unique is that, first of all, I'm a firm believer connecting people is what it's all about.
Yeah.
And we still have not lost and will never lose that piece of connection. So now it's just finding the better mousetrap to connect people. Because you're right. People are bored to tears. I mean, you can't do another evening event, right? But if you go to those evening events and you try to network and you don't network correctly or why you're even there, you miss the whole.
Yeah, it's about capitalizing on your time.
Yeah.
Right. And whether that is in how you network, who you network, where you feel that your time is going to be valued and the way that you can capitalize on that. And that's the same way. I mean, marketing is a black hole. And that's most of what we do is really help them. What are the 3 things you need to do? What are the 5 things? We're not teaching people. And I think this is a very important distinction. We're not teaching entrepreneurs to be marketing people.
Right.
That's not the education that we're doing. We're helping them with very specific needs, templates, resources, or these are the things. I am not a marketing person. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm selling my jewelry or my skincare line or whatever. What are the 3 things I need to do for marketing? And her Brand & Co. is what tells them what to do. And also here are the templates. I want to talk about some of the unique things that we're doing, like office hours and things like that, because it's more than just the platform piece, which was what attracted me to HBC in the first place immediately after. I mean, I'm pulling it up after I'd met Jess. And it's a beautiful look and a feel. And of course, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a woman entrepreneur to, do our resources, but the look and the feel and the way we talk and the way we connect and all of those is important. Sort of get in the psyche of the woman, a businesswoman. But the community piece is so important.
So important.
And we have so that was when she and I got together. What is next for HBC? What is version? Well, I would say 2, but you had been through whatever. However many versions as entrepreneurs that we do. But what was next? And I'll speak for you a little bit because this was important. They had other buyers. You and Mari had other buyers or offers or whatever, who didn't necessarily want to keep the integrity of what HBC was. And that was her interest, right? And Mari wanted to go do something else and just wanted to hold on to it and build it and grow it. And that was what I had envisioned for it. I didn't want to change it. I just wanted to make it better and arm her with a team of people. My team is amazing and how Jess has been able to incorporate. So I think that was an important piece of it. I wanted to take what she had and then help her partner with her to make it even better. So some of the things that we've brought on board in the last 6 months is really cool.
It's really cool. Yeah. And I want to stay there for a minute with Lisa because she's right. There was one buyer that on paper, we were like, oh, this is amazing. This is like the best strategic partner ever. And we almost got to the signing table and I was like, let me hear again what your vision is for the company. Because I knew that I was going to come on board. I was an acqui-hire and that was the plan. I wanted to do that. I wanted to be a part of it. And as she said, my co-founder, Mari, who we're great friends to this day, we had a great exit process for her. You have to remember, I had been a founder at this point for many years and her first business was with me. And she's like, I've never done my own thing. And I'm like, go do it. So that was really her vision. So she's doing that now and that's great. So the point was for me to come on board. And I'm sitting here and I'm talking to this acquirer And she's like, yeah, I don't know. I think we're just gonna, and then she just like rattles off a bunch of stuff. And I was just, it's just your instinct is like, and the relationship with our customers. I mean, I have people to this day who message me and they're like, Jess, what you've done over the last 10 years, I love the new team. I love the new branding. I love the positioning. I mean, we really have founders that really rely on us to help them figure out what their lifeline is. And then when COVID happened, forget it. And then the economy in the last few years, product-based businesses in particular have had a really hard time because of all the things. So they just constantly need someone that they can trust. Right. And Lisa really rallying the vision, feeling the vision, her being a female founder herself, she has lived and breathed every single pain point that these founders have and then some. Right. So it was just a perfect partnership for that reason. I walked away from the other deal because the vision didn't align.
Well, you said something about office hours. And I think we talk about this all the time. Yeah. Entrepreneurs, we never shut it off.
Nope.
Like it does not shut off. We might have had the Easter Bunny yesterday, but in the back of my mind, that Easter Bunny was hopping around and there was 15 things that we needed to do on our team this morning. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And at 5:05 a.m., I was already making a list for that team. Right. Because I'd already made it the night before and I was double checking it. So we don't sleep
all the time.
Right. Truly. And part of that's our passion. Right. People think, well, it's just because you want to make money. No, I need to make payroll first, and then I need to take care of my family. Yeah. And there is truly a passion for all of that, and that's just a banker told me this a long time ago. As an entrepreneur, this is your tool for your future, right? Your business is your tool for your future. If you have passion about it, then it only gets easier and better, and it will drive more opportunity. So talk about hours. Like, is this something that I can go on at 12:30 at night and get help? Or?
Well, kind of. So
I kind of heard.
So here's what we did. So we closed, gosh, it was right after Christmas, 2024. Yeah. And then we went and got smoothies with our girls.
We did.
Oh, neat.
Our daughter. And we celebrated.
Like, we cashed the check and then we just went and got some smoothies and just hung out. It was just, it was beautiful and great. So at that point, we enter into the new year, 2025. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, we need to do a pulse on our customers and figure out what the hell's going on.
Yes.
Because
where are they?
Where are they? What do they need? Times have changed. Things are moving. Yes. Things are evolving, and
different landscapes.
Different landscape entirely. Exactly. And Mari and I typically our revenue generator from the very beginning was high touch programs. And that was great because it got us to be really sustainable revenue, prove value. And what that meant, that was like marketing masterminds. We have an accelerator program that we've had for eight years or so. Oh, wow. It's great. We've done some B2B contracts where we will take that program and take it into like a nonprofit or an organization and they can use our curriculum. So that was sort of our bread and butter, monetarily speaking. The problem with that is it's not scalable. And there's only so many programs you can run. And then if you're the main person running the program, here I am burnt out to the nth degree.
Right,
okay.
Right.
So come into January, I'm like, okay, we really have to get a pulse on our customers and we have to really figure out, to Lisa's point, what's next? Well, can we completely re-envision what this is supposed to look like? True. And that was my task to figure that out. So we did what we teach our founders to do is customer discovery, talk to them, ask them. So I did a month and probably about 6 weeks or so of some pretty deep customer discovery work with our team, which was so helpful. And it was the first time I got to really integrate with the team and work with them on a project. And that was wonderful. And we asked them just all kinds of questions. We got over 250 responses.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah. What they're dealing with, what their biggest pain points are, what they needed 6 months ago is not what they need now. So the absolute biggest theme was if I could just talk to someone, I just want to talk to a human,
real person.
Yeah. Who knows what they're doing? Who knows what they're doing? Yeah. That's all I want. Okay. That feels simple enough. Yep. And then it was also for me, which is, nice to hear. They're like, Jess, can you just take your brain and like stick it in something? I just want to just be able to poke at your brain sometimes. And I'm like, okay. So I'm going to do a quick side story if that's okay about Thomas. Okay. Yeah. So my husband, who I mentioned earlier, his name is Thomas, is just a great support system. Yeah. and supports us now. We
Yes,
phone
he
a friend
does.
many
Yeah,
times.
phone a friend.
Phone
I
a
love
friend.
it.
Yes. So his dad unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago, and his dad was a brain researcher for years and years, like 50 years. And his wife, his widow, and still not business partner anymore, but business partner at the time, she would do half of the business and he would do the other half. She was like a coach, counselor, and then he had all the scientific background in brain research. So when he passed, she had a really hard time figuring out, how do I continue this company when he was the literal brain behind the company?
Mm-hmm.
So Thomas was like, okay. And he's a brilliant technologist. He was like, let me just dump all of this content into a private AI like platform, basically.
Yep.
And he built an engine called DadBot. And she can now interact with DadBot and be like, hey, I want to build this program for my customers, but how would I leverage your scientific background to help me do that? And that is how she's been able to redo their company. And it's grown, and what she's done with it is amazing. And I'm so proud of her. Okay, so fast forward, I'm hearing this from my customers, and I'm like, we have 100 hours worth of content
and 8 years of written content. Like,
I mean, we have so much content on this platform that
not including what Full Tilt has.
100%.
I mean, it was crazy.
So I was like, hey, Thomas,
what could we do?
Want to do it again?
I want to do that again, since you had a nice little MVP version with DadBot. And he was like, sure. So we built an AI agent explicitly trained on her brand and code content and Full Tilt proprietary marketing content. And her name is Lucy.
Lucy.
Yeah. So
Lucy's part of her brand and co.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Lucy's available at 12:30.
So Lucy is really designed to be like their CMO in their pocket. You know, I tell founders all the time, I'm like, look, if you just want an AI agent to just spit out some captions, use a free AI tool.
Right.
But if what you really want is a marketing trained co-founder, CMO who can ask hard questions, that is who Lucy is for you. She is really a sparring partner. So for example, when someone logs in, hey, Lucy, I have a product-based business, holidays around the corner, I need to figure out what my promotions should be. She's not just going to start spitting out a bunch of tactics. She is really programmed to ask questions that Lisa and I would ask. Okay, what's the goal? What's the revenue goal? What have you made last time? Have you done this before? What channels are you using? So she's going to ask a lot of hard questions to get these founders to start thinking through, is this even the right strategy I should be doing?
Right. Is it doable?
Is it doable? Yeah.
Or we'll have
we all think it's
even
doable
remotely
until
the outcome that you're looking for.
Correct. Right. Yes. So she's really that high strategic thinking partner versus an execution arm. She can also execute the campaign, but before she'll do that, she's going to ask these questions.
which makes total sense, right?
Yeah.
And again, so office hours.
Yeah. It's literally what we call them is office hours.
They're 30-minute one-on-one sessions. Right now, they're first come, first serve.
They are. Talk about sort of when you this part sort of where the acquisition, now you have a team behind you of different SMEs, right?
Absolutely. Yes. So Mari and I had tried to do a membership at least 3 times and we failed every single time. We could not figure out, because we wanted the recurring revenue. We wanted the retention.
We all do.
And we had the retention through the programs, but again, you're hitting ceilings there. And I have not had one objection since we have figured out office hours, and that's what it is. Yeah. So now we have a team of 20 people on the agency who have different marketing expertise. Like we have Jim, our VP of PR. He is amazing with founders. So a founder really wants to figure out what their PR strategy, or even if they should be leveraging PR and how, Jim is who they're going to call, right? They can call me for different things. And we now have a whole team of office hours of digital marketing, SEO, tech, strategy, brand.
And this is all size companies could use this. I mean, essentially.
Yeah, they really could.
I mean, a mid-sized company could easily use this. That again, we see a lot of companies that have growth, but they don't understand the marketing piece, right? And maybe they hire a marketing person and they think this one is, and then they go through another marketing person because there's no results, because they think it's instant results because they're selling, moon shuttles or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think that companies can even, people aren't usually not doing any marketing,
right.
By the time they've stood their business up, they're marketing in some way. Yeah. But in this world where it's just overconsumption of content all the time, people have to really strategically think through how they stand out. And
True.
that's a difficult process now. It's not as easy as just doing the thing like it used to be.
Yeah.
Because everyone's just getting video content and I mean, just constantly, right? A text message, an email, it's coming in every direction now.
Yes.
And so I do love that you guys help bring all of those resources and that it still remains very personalized to their specific needs and challenges. Because in the world where AI has gotten so accessible and I mean, we all use it, right? But
Absolutely.
you can tell when people are just using AI for their content creation.
It's getting
so
easier and
All
easier
looks
to
the
pick
same
that
now,
out.
right?
Yeah.
The more people feed into it, the more it creates this like singular path. And I just got an email today of something to send out to some folks, and I was like, "Well, I can see that ChatGPT was,
Very busy.
implemented
It's
for
true.
this,
Yeah.
because it just has like a specific look, and people are getting very aware of that. So in this world where there is so much content and so much data, there's also, at least I think with a lot of younger people, it's becoming very recognizable. And so that desire to find authenticity in brands is like peak priority. And that's a lot for a solo entrepreneur or
It
small business to
is.
have to think through. So having access to you guys and a much more tailored, smart AI that's not just going to feed you the same thing it just gave 100, 500, 1,000 other businesses is really the direction that is going to help people
100%.
be successful.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
Can I tell a quick success story?
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear.
So there's someone who got introduced to us actually through the passing of my father-in-law, which coincidentally, she ended up going to the agency. So just another serendipitous thing.
Wow.
Her name is Pam Baker. She's actually here right
I know
in
Pam.
Roswell.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah, we know Pam well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pam and I worked together on her brand Widows Who Wine. We rebuilt her whole website, did her whole brand positioning, etc. It was such a cool project. And, she has been doing Widows Who Wine now, I think, for 5 years or so. And it's been a labor of love for her.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the first year that she is making revenue.
Wow.
And it is because of the work we've done. She uses office hours. We helped her make a sponsorship packet, really thinks through strategically who you should be targeting and why.
Had to bring all of her brands. She had several brands actually. So
She
had to bring
did.
those together and to have her, because again, she's only one person.
Yes.
That's
and so
amazing. I had no
helping
idea.
her where to spend her time.
Yeah. Yeah, we know her well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And all that to say, it just helps her be more impactful with her mission.
Yeah.
know?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because she's helping people. So if we could be the engine to have her help other people,
It's
It's a
only
ripple effect. It's
perpetuates.
just
It
amazing.
just continues.
Yes.
So knowing marketing, how does one find you?
how does one find you
On this podcast.
I know.
Right.
First
Well,
on
that's
this
for
podcast,
sure.
If
which
you're here,
in
you're in a good place.
I was going to say, in and of itself, is making amazing waves. So
Yes.
congratulations to you guys on this. But just you're clearly having content that people want to listen to, and that's kind of what we're talking about. But her brand and co.
Herbrandandco.com.
is literally, it's got its own website. It's beautiful to find kind of find your own path and kind of what you need. But yeah, herbrandandco.com.
And if people didn't figure it out, the office hours are virtual office hours, right? So your
Correct.
business can be located
Anywhere.
anywhere in the entire world.
Oh, well, we have people all over the country. We have
Literally.
even some outside.
We do.
And it's very specific too about who to talk to for what you need. Like for me,
Yes.
it is literally my
Yeah.
conversations are about being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Not related to that, except the conversation, how do I scale my business? When do I scale my business? So that the switch in what I was able to bring to the conversation for entrepreneurs, because it's not just about marketing,
No.
because also she's like, I don't have anybody to talk to about this.
Right.
So I find it so fulfilling for me personally.
Yes. And you have to remember, most of these women are solo founders. So they're in their
Yes.
heads
Yeah.
constantly.
That's right.
I mean, just round and round and round
Yep.
they go. And
You're
especially
chasing.
for Lisa, I mean, they
see
not very many people can be in business for 20 years. And
No.
they look to her from that
No.
perspective. Like, how did you weather that storm? How did you
Right.
make
Yeah.
those decisions? How do you manage
what was the
cash
crossroads
flow?
that
Yeah.
Yeah.
changed
Because I've
the
been
direction?
through a lot of them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
As an entrepreneur, you
Pandemic
have
and
many.
entrepreneur
Yes.
and
And there's no map
economic.
out there.
No.
There's
no map.
kind of maps, but they're each
No,
entrepreneur kind of builds their own,
Yeah.
Yep.
right?
And that's what I'm able to share, sort of the signs to look for. I'm not going to tell you when to add another person. Could be 5 years in, it could be 6 months in, it could be 10. But these are the signs because I've been through them over and over again.
Right. Well, ladies, thank you. And this is very exciting. So this won't be the last conversation we have on this. Now that you've piqued my interest above and beyond.
Yeah.
We always say this. It's a great day to do business in Roswell, Georgia. So cheers.
Cheers.
Congrats.
Cheers to that. Cheers.